Hello, everyone. This is Art. Welcome back to the Cozy Christmas Book Club, my video journal on Christmas by the Book by Anne Marie Ryan. And we've got it finished. Beautiful, beautiful book, beautiful ending. But welcome back. New video, same shirt. Yeah, I'm recording them all, a couple of them in one day. I finished reading this book last night. I was listening to the audio version and I was walking around town and I'm getting so emotional over the ending because, the town, I live in a small community and just noticing some of the Christmas lights were coming on. Some people had decorated, not everybody yet, but there's a few coming up. And just thinking about the plans that we have for this year's Christmas season, getting excited for it and just, being content with with what I have and where I'm at. And just some of the things I've been able to accomplish this year have really meant a lot to me, and I'm very grateful for. So, and then as I'm thinking about that and listening to the book, as we get a happy Christmas movie ending, which may not be true to life, but it's what I want in a Christmas story. What I like about this novel is that it's not cynical. I like that. Okay, and spoiler alert, if you haven't read it, I like that the bookstore survives. I love that David Langdon, the MP, he realizes his struggle with depression. He realizes, I have to step away from this power. I have to step away from this position and deal with my mental health. That's where it's become important. And he's turning his back on a career in order to help himself be better in the long run. And I think that's just a very powerful act that he takes. And I find his ongoing struggle with depression to be one of real authenticity. He's realizing I'm not cured, I'm not fixed. The depression could come back and I'm just going to be ready for it, but I'm going to talk openly and honestly about it with my people. And he finds his people. I love that his daughter kind of runs in his place and takes over the position he had. I love the story of Nora and Simon, how it concludes, and the story of their daughter showing up and surprising them on Christmas Eve was just perfect. And I'm thinking about my own son coming home from college and coming home for Christmas this year and how fun that's going to be. And thinking how my kids are getting older now, and this is going to mean more and more to me as the years go on. So really, really sweet way to end the story of the community coming together, realizing a need, and pitching in to save something I think of great value, and that is the local bookstore. I could talk all day about why bookstores are buildings of value, but that's maybe not necessarily why you're here. Yesterday was Thanksgiving. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving day if you celebrate. And we are now into the Christmas season. So this year, gift this book to someone. Send it out. I don't know why I didn't think about it. I don't remember if I actually commented, but books that I would send out to save, or that I would send out that have meant a lot to me, that I would send to somebody else, like the story of this book. I should have mentioned this book. I would send out this book if I didn't. Can't remember now. But this reading has pretty much settled in my mind that this is a book I'm going to revisit every year, or at least once every couple years. It's going to be up there in my reading Christmas canon, along with A Christmas Carol. That's truly how much this book has inspired me and meant to me. So everyone more or less gets a happy ending. What do you think about that? Was it too much? Was it too much cheese? Or did it feel just right? Personally, I thought it felt right, but I could understand where somebody might say, what, everyone got what they needed and everyone got a happy ending. That's maybe a little too much. And I get it, but I'm a sucker for a happy ending. A couple of the other questions I enjoyed from the book that it asks in the back of the book, there's some discussion questions. One is question 5. It says, the magical spirit of the holidays is an important theme in Christmas by the Book. What part does Christmas play in the story, and why is it an important time of year for Nora and Simon? And I think the fact that it takes place at Christmas means that Christmas miracles can happen. And everything about this ending is kind of a Christmas miracle. The fact that the bookstore stays open, that all the books went to the right people, that the books had the intended impact those books could have on the people's lives, and everyone ends up finding what they're seeking. To me, it's just such a satisfying ending, and it works in part because it takes place at Christmas. I was thinking if this was just a story without Christmas, that it was, took place in the summer, I don't know if it would have quite the same impact. But it's Christmas time and magic can happen. So it works. It works for me. I love the role that community plays in the story. One of my favorite types of books are stories is what's called found family. That the people who are your people, your family, whether they're related to you or not. And most often in those types of stories, they're not, blood related, but they're the people that you have become friends with, and you've become family with, and you attach yourself to them. And it's, for all intents and purposes, they're your family. And we get that here at the end of the book, that with Nora and Simon and those 6 people they sent the books to, they have become a family. They have become a community. They are helping each other out through some very difficult situations. And I love that. And then question 10, what were your thoughts about the ending, and what do you think is in store for Nora, Simon, in the bookshop? Well, my hope is that they will flourish. That they will, I hope that every year they would continue to send out 6 books or 10 books to people. I think that's a tradition that should continue. I like that they were able to adapt their business model to be a little more mainstream. So they are a bricks and mortar store, but they began to develop online sales, which, honestly, I think is probably going to be what saves the local independent bookstores. My overall thoughts of it, I love the spirit of this book. I love that it's not cynical, that it's a joyous look at Christmas, at the magic that can happen, at the hurting that goes on that can make Christmas a difficult time for people. And that one solution to that, again, not that it solves all of your pain and suffering, but a healthy response to that is to find your people, find your community. And I truly hope that you have a community of people that you can turn to when things are difficult. As my mind kind of wanders, I think about, well, what about Christmas for those who find it difficult? And I don't know if there's an easy answer. In fact, I'm willing to bet there's probably not an easy answer to that. How do we deal with Christmas when we're hurting? Other than to say, go easy on yourself. If it's too much to celebrate, then scale back. Do what feels best for you. After my stepmom passed away, she and my dad loved Christmas and loved celebrating Christmas. And, my dad wanted just a couple of years of quiet Christmases where he wanted to spend the day on his own, which some of you might think that sounds kind of sad, but, he wanted just to spend the day thinking about my stepmom, watching some of their favorite movies, just quietly reflecting on the day and on her and the memories that they were able to make. And I thought about that, and I know not everyone thought that was good, but for one, I thought if that's what he wants to do, I think that's healthy. Obviously, it wasn't a permanent thing, and he wasn't, it wasn't a sign of depression. I didn't think it was a sign of depression or anything. It was just what he wanted to do to acknowledge his wife, and a wonderful lady. I mean, it looks different for everyone. Also, not only to go easy on yourself, but to find your people and reach out to them, spend time with them. You will know that they're your people when they're there for you. All right, so this is so that's Christmas by the Book. Let me know what you thought of it overall. Give me your thoughts and impressions down below, and we'll continue the chat down there. And were there some books that were mentioned that you hadn't read before that you want to go and pick up? I certainly do. I want to read The Greatest Gift, and I need to read the Child's Christmas in Wales. I think it was what it was called. I haven't read that one yet either, so I'm going to pick up those two this year and read. But let me know if there's a new book to you that you hadn't heard of before, and definitely read A Christmas Carol. You won't regret it. Now, as far as will we have a time to get online to discuss together, I hope so. It'll probably be in December though. Obviously December's almost here. But my time is getting to be quickly very limited. So I'm going to try to figure out something. My plan is to get together with a group in on Zoom or something in December, and maybe have like a book club discussion, Christmas party, virtual Christmas party. So stay tuned for plans on that. I might do it on like a Saturday afternoon. My evenings in December get pretty full pretty fast. So we'll see what I can get time for. But that's what's coming next. And then I'll kind of just take a bit to kind of think about it and see. I'm interested in continuing on this book club into the new year and to keep doing it. Picking up a book in January, February, and reading together again. Another Christmas book. I have a bunch on a list that we could get through. So let me know if you have any thoughts or ideas on that and how we can continue to make this the coziest book club on the internet. So that'll be it for my thoughts today. Go ahead and again leave comments as to how you found the book, and we'll talk to you again soon. Until next time, happy Thanksgiving and Merry Christmas. Take care.